It's fine. I'm not stress eating.
You find yourself back in Shattershore, or in the Shattershore, in the smoldering, burning ruins of the town that you came to claim vengeance in. Houses all around you have been torched. Some still remain. The smell of burnt flesh still lingers in the air from those that didn't make it out. The water still churns from where the ship left into the fog out of your view. And most noticeably, your ally, Reese, dead on the beach. It's the one that they once called Reese. Once the body hits the floor, you get a memory, a name. Riatori. This is not a name that is yours. It is a name of someone you once knew. Someone close to you. Morgan, you stand there, staring out at a burning town as smoke swirls around you. Someone you know, lying in a pool of their own blood. A vision familiar to you. What do you all do?
Rinia's on her knees, like, holding Reese's upper body. Reese, come on, you can't die, you son of a bitch, remember?
You shake him.
You saying it.
Your hand drifts slowly down to cup his, and as it does, it brushes one of the bracers that he was very fond of.
Love, they're cursed. Find someone alive and put them on them. Curse the ones who killed me.
You hear a voice in your head.
Craig's bending down next to her, just with his hands, just casting healing just over and over again. As he sees it's not working, he's gonna start calling out. He's just gonna say, Dad! Dad! Help! He's a demigod. Please.
Your call goes out. Make me a faith roll.
It's a 4.
A 4. You hear in the distance just the faint sound of a hammer on an anvil. It draws your attention down as you hear it ring again, this time in the metal that Reese is wearing.
I don't know what this means. He's gonna, like, put his head up to, like, his chest. Where the rigging is coming from.
Your hand brushes against some of his armor, in particular, the bracers.
Crag, the braces are cursed. Find one of those fuckers who's alive and put him on them.
You also hear the voice in your head.
Okay. And he's, like, shaking, and he's gonna take the bracer. And are there still any of the shattered claws around?
Make me a notice roll.
Oh, God.
There's a couple.
Actually, can I help with that?
That's a 12. Oh, actually, it's a 14.
Morgan's on the warpath.
There actually is. There is one of the Shatterclaws that you felled earlier is still breathing.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna walk over to him and like wrestle him to the ground.
Okay. I mean, he's on the ground right
Still-
now.
I'm
You definitely
he's
still
still-
you definitely
he's
still
still
kicked
alive.
the shit out of him. Like he's bleeding, he is not in a
That's
good
like flavor.
state, but he is breathing.
Okay. Please come back to us, Reese. Please. And then he's gonna put the bracer on.
Okay. You do.
Did you take both of them or just one?
Say both of them.
Before you is the form of one of these Shatterclaws, their visage mostly obscured entirely by all their armor and masks and hoods and whatnot. You slide the bracers over their arms. What happens next?
Just gonna like smack him. You're just like shake him. Reese. Reese. He's gonna touch the bracer.
The body twitches a bit.
Oh, fuck, I didn't mean something. This fucking... Oh, fuck me. Oh, shit. Which one of you did this? Shit. Oh, fuck, you need a medal. Oh.
Is it his voice coming out of this fucking Shatterclaw motherfucker?
Can you make me a
Or
notice
is
roll?
he-
Oh my god, what the
'Cause I'm
fuck
still-
just happened?
Can
'Cause
we
I'm
all make
still-
this a notice roll?
Yeah!
Yeah.
Oh,
Are you
okay.
using this body's natural voice, or is it your other one?
Same accent, body's natural voice.
Okay.
5?
New vocal cords
Oh,
and
shit.
shit.
I also got a 5. Or no, I got a 7. 7.
7!
Because I'm
7.
still kneeling next to the old body.
There's a small realization that you connect in your head. It was weird. Halfway through knowing Reese, he started to switch into a different accent. That accent very much matches this one.
Reese, is that you?
Oh, fuck. Yeah. Yeah, simple answer, yeah. Fuck.
Craig's just gonna like throw his arms around him and like start bawling.
Ribs.
Also healing at the same time.
Ribs.
His
Oh.
Wait, what just happened? Why is that? Why is this asshole talking? Reese. Reese is dead.
Unfortunately, I wasn't lying. Can't die.
Son of a bitch. And she's gonna, after Crag gets off, Brynja's gonna get on.
Brynja's turn. Now, instead of having 3 broken ribs, all of his ribs are broken.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry,
Alright,
no
look.
vocal cords, it's weird.
Today has been a day, so I'm going to let it slide for now.
Right.
But you're going to explain this shit.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm getting the shit. I mean, I'm like taking the mask off and shit. Fuck. And I'm getting new clothes.
How's his face?
As he takes off all like the masks and stuff, see before you, who was once a man, probably in their late 20s. They've got a pretty long scar running down the length of the side of their face. This very sort of dusty brown hair that's kind of allowed to loosely flow just past their ears. Some really shitty stubble around the bottom of their face.
Good. Good.
These
Like if they were trying to grow it out, it's patchy, so they just have that
Yeah.
short. You know?
and some pretty vibrant green eyes. They're actually pretty piercing.
Brittany's
We
gonna
can work
like
with
take
this.
your face.
We can work with it.
We can work with that.
So he's a bit of a fixer-upper.
Brittany's
Okay,
gonna
I want
take
the
your
Mulan
head.
route. We'll have you
Yeah.
wash my trash.
Oh, that's really you. Did you just?
I wasn't lying. I'm assuming there's some form of fucking curse on these. Like Raina said, there's been a lot. I will explain when we are not almost fucking dead. Yeah?
No.
Yeah. Yes?
Oh, this is to Odin.
Oh, yes.
I'm looking for one that is alive.
Oh no. Oh boy.
Here
Here we go. The war crimes are starting, y'all.
I do not care if I have to resuscitate it, but
Oh,
something
no, he's-
potentially livable.
He's pulling an Osbin.
That is not what I said I would be doing. I don't know why it is so hard to believe that I'm just trying to question someone without pulling a war crime. Why is it so hard to believe?
Because just earlier you were like, there are fates worse than death for your brother.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, for her brother.
Unfortunately, the only living one is the one you're looking at.
All right, Reese, you're gonna need to go away for just a minute.
That's fine.
Does it work like that? I mean, what the?
Wait,
Are
did
there
you
two
say
of
that
you
in
in there?
character?
No, I did not.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I'm on the lookout for one that's living.
Okay. You do not have much luck. As I said, the only one you can find is the one that Maurice now is in.
Habits.
Inhabits.
That is unfortunate.
I'm sorry, Morgan.
I don't know why you're apologizing to me.
Because I took your murder fodder.
I wasn't gonna kill him.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's gonna be worse.
That's not what. You guys!
You do this to yourself.
Right, so I don't want to camp in a half-destroyed town. Let's check.
I
on
just
the-
reach out and I like touch his nose. How does this work?
I will. Okay.
Do you know what he knows?
I knew what Reese knew.
No, but this guy.
Yeah, I
Steve.
know. I don't know how long it takes for the memories to flood in.
It's a bit muddled at the moment.
Is he still?
Yeah.
Is he still there?
I'm assuming so. It took a while for Reese to kind of dissipate.
Was Reese who? That? Are you Reese, or was that Reese?
Let's find camp, and then I will be happily interrogated. Yeah.
I'm gonna help him up.
Reeve kind of standing off to the side, has his arms crossed. I am curious as well. And
Questions all round.
you hear the sound of footsteps, quick footsteps, as you see Frigg running with her sword out. Don't worry, I got this one, guys! And she lifts it up.
No. I'm gonna summon the sword that she saw me wielding.
And she kind of like stops right before she brings it down. Oh.
Does this mean?
This is also the first time that you have actually, like, noticed the sword that he has, because combat is a bitch. I don't know if you'd like to describe it.
I feel like especially, it wouldn't be hard for you to notice this, Craig. This shit is of a forging technique that is ancient. It's got like elder common runes along the blade. It's like a little bit like rough, and it's got like a lot of niches in it. And it's got this cloth wrapped around the instead of like leather for the handle, it's cloth that kind of drapes down, and it is. There are spackles of blood across this like very angular blade, long dried.
Questions later.
And
I'll
he said,
go
"Well,
first.
Yep." And I'll just like hand you my flask and dissipate the blade and try to stand if my legs aren't fucking broken.
I'm at your side, helping you up.
With the healing that Crag did, you are mobile.
Whoa! I'm bipedal!
I assume you go and retrieve your stuff once you've done this conversation.
Yeah.
As he's doing his thing and everyone's kind of gathering stuff, Brynja's just gonna stand on the beach right now and just look to where the ship was last seen, but now it's just fog and
Oh yeah, no, Rain is
Ocean.
glaring off in that direction. Eventually she's just gonna leave. She's gonna walk back towards like where we found Frigg and Lacey. But she's already like
Right. Rest you follow?
yeah, eventually.
Okay. Reaching the outskirts of town, eventually you run into Lacey, who has been hard at work healing all of the wounded that came out of Bleakshore. She saved many, many lives. It does take some explaining to her about why there's now a Shatterclaw with you. Actually, no, you ditched the armor, so...
Yeah.
So now you just, hey, we found a friend.
We found a friend.
Found a friend.
His name is Shmeese.
Fuck.
fucking can't. No. Veto. Veto. No.
You've been
absolutely
buzzard.
not.
What would you prefer,
Buzzard.
Grease?
No,
Honestly,
bring that
yeah.
musical out of here.
If he goes fast, is he Grease Lightning?
No! So take
Are you making your way all the way back to the Stone Dare overhang, where you first encountered them at the cave? Or...
Unless somebody stops me, yes.
Yeah.
Or do we want to stay nearby, like, I guess how long of a trek that was? We're pretty fucking beat.
It wasn't that long. It was less than a day.
Yeah.
It
I
was
guess, but are there any supplies there?
Supplies there as in at the cave?
Yeah.
It
I
would
thought
pretty much
there
just
should-
be whatever, you have on you.
Yeah, okay. I'll just go with wherever. Stick by New Reese.
Alright. As you begin to make your way out of town, after picking up Lacey, the crowd before you kind of parts to let you pass. As all of them kind of watch you leave, you hear murmurs and whispers. You hear an occasional, "Thank you," and a few, "You did good. Thank you." It seems everyone in this town is very appreciative in your efforts of removing the Shatter Claws.
Oh yeah, now this commission, I forgot to put my hood up.
Oh yeah.
I've been walking just out.
Yep.
Oof.
You hear a couple others. Is that a Vanderkin? Yeah, but she saved us. Yeah.
Out, basically.
You cut out.
No, she just tunes it out, basically. Like, nothing exists right now. In fact, once we get back to the cave, she just takes her spear, announces that she's gonna go hunting for more food, and then leave.
Renee's gonna take out a bottle of wine, pop it, take a swig, offer it to Reese.
Yeah, and I'll drink some. Well, Marina said I'd need to explain, so I'm going to wait till Marina gets back.
You hunt for some time, Reyna. You manage to score many small squirrels, various other small game, pheasants, things like that. You don't really come across any large prey.
It's enough to feed us for at least a couple nights, yeah?
Yeah.
Good enough.
Eventually, Reyna makes her way back, I assume.
Yep.
Okay.
Toss all the food out.
I'll start roasting him. I don't have a lot of memories, just to preface this before questions start getting slang.
So was Reese the body before, or was that you? Who are you?
I don't remember my name. I remember I fought in a war. One that you all refer to as being in the First Age. I wasn't lying when I said that Gunther being dead was news to me, because in the last clear memory I have, he was standing in front of me.
Yeah,
Reese.
slight correction. Not the first era, the Elden era.
Elven era, okay.
Elden.
Elden era, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
How old are you?
when you lose entire eras of time, it's hard to pinpoint, and to be honest, I don't even remember how old I was when I died. In fact, since new memories keep coming in, I don't even remember dying. So
So you could be like a 60-year-old man in a 20-year-old body. Sorry, I'm trying to. This is a lot.
it's fine. Since I was put in Reese's body, I've been trying to figure out a way to word it that wasn't sounding like absolute horse piss. So, I still have all of Reese's memories. I still have impulsive tendencies. I think I've adopted what he was into me now, which I don't know how to stop. So, I guess that's inevitable.
Well, how many? I guess, do you not know how many times this has happened to you?
Given that you all found me in a ruin, I don't know.
It started when you put on the first bracer.
Yeah.
My God.
I'm sorry for. No, it was lying. I'm sorry for lying to you all. But I knew that if I had outright said it, I would have been left in those ruins for God knows how much longer. Like I said, I don't have a lot of memories, and the ones I have are unpleasant at best.
So, what? Sorry, just after all this time, are you wanting to end Curse? Or are you wanting to?
I want answers, and I think the only way I can find them is finding the rest of this. Getting the other bracer gave me more, I remember more wounds than I had at the end of the memory. I remembered someone I was close to, and then when Reese died, I remembered a name, which is one of two names I know now, and neither of them are mine. So I want to find answers, but that can wait until we've figured out and dealt with your ex and your brother. That can wait. This armor hasn't tarnished much in the whoever fucking knows how long they've been sitting. They'll keep.
Is it? How are you with the new vessel?
Still getting used to it. It takes a bit for syncopicity to set in. It's definitely new.
I'm sorry we couldn't.
It's fine. I would have done the exact same thing had I known. Making sure that you all survive to see another day is more important to me than finding answers.
Say again, Morgan. That didn't pick up?
Why?
I said I served in a war. I was a general. Keeping track and making sure that those I'm standing shoulder to shoulder with are taken care of. It's most of what I know how to do now.
Why us? This isn't your fight, General.
Like I said, I've ingrained a lot of what Reese was into me, and he was more fond of all of you than I think he even expressed, which is still saying something. And given that I have traveled with you since then, I've found my own appreciation for each of you. So, we're comrades in arms, if nothing else, and I still stand by what I said to you, Reyna. Whether or not you were looking for friends, I consider you
I already apologize for that.
one. Not looking for an apology, just clarifying.
I understand.
Plan.
Well, he's already on the move. I say we get back to Frosthaven before him. Or Frosthaven before him. That way, hopefully, we can catch old TK on and off foot. Yeah?
That's right. To deal with him.
Because given where this port is, he's either going around down south into the green, which is ill-advised given the spat between the north and south, or he's going to Grim. The fuck is that island's name? Shit.
Grimheart.
Yeah, or he's going to Grimheart, which would be the stupidest choice ever. And I'm sorry, Reyna, but he's too clever for that.
Fortunately, I have to agree.
So, Frosthaven, get to
I
kill
might be
Grim
able
first.
to help with this.
Oh,
It takes a lot, but in this area, we can find out, and I can share with you if you're comfortable doing that sort of thing, Brynja.
What?
Spying on your.
Yeah. No, there's no. I can't help him. He killed Reese. Do what he must.
I would like to perform a sight.
Alright.
So, alright, gotta do witch math. Okay, so this is gonna take 9 power points.
Aren't you out of PowerPoints?
my guy.
Well, I kind of assumed we'd be doing this either the morning after or kind
Oh,
of
no.
during the rest.
Okay.
Is that okay?
That's
Can
fine.
we like rule of cool this into that, and I'll
Yeah,
pay the price
We'll
later?
just
or
make it
whatever?
a part of it.
All right, cool. So performing a side, it's a ritual. So I'm going to use I'm gonna use the snow. Like this big old mound of snow that we can all gather around. You know what? No, yeah, because I think that'll be better to see. And it forms this basin of water in the middle. In the deep dark fathoms and secrets below, show us truths, an image so. Speak thy name and bestow all the knowledge the world knows. And I motion to Brenya to speak the name.
Bren.
So,
I believe that is a contested roll. He has to make
contested roll.
spirit.
Yep.
Okay.
Pose with spirit. Yeah.
He's got to explode like 3 times on this. He has a shit spirit.
I was hoping. Really hoping.
What'd you get, Morgan?
11.
Oh yeah, you're good. Go ahead.
I can see and hear the target and the area around it, but I cannot move. If I raised, I can follow him.
Okay. It was a raise.
Okay. So, I can share my perception with allies within range for the powers to raise. Oh, wait. I just spent 6, not 9. Whew. And I wanted to form it to where the snow itself was forming the scene.
Ooh, I like that a lot.
So that everyone can like follow the things and listen and look for signs and see maps and stuff just in case.
As the snow begins to take shape before you, you see the floor and the sides of a ship slowly being built by the snow. Within the space is built below decks. You see all manner of crates and barrels, hammocks, supplies, everything being built up by the snow, and it focuses in particular off in a very dark corner of the ship. One where there's hardly anyone else, and you just see a single figure. Bren. On the floor, knees to his chest, arms wrapped around it, just tears streaming down his face as he just stares blankly at the floor, rocking back and forth. He does that for a few minutes before you hear the sound of footsteps and see someone come up to him, kind of kick his foot. Quit being a fucking baby, Fang. Everyone here's killed someone before. Man up. And they leave. He kind of just wipes his eyes and puts his head in his hands. He doesn't move for the duration of the scry. He just stays in his corner.
Is there anywhere in his immediate surroundings that we might be able to glean kind of where they're going or the direction they're taking?
Unfortunately, it's really hard to tell. Make me a notice roll. You'll have to roll pretty well for it. In the immediate area, there's nothing visible, like any maps or anything.
Anyone else want to make this notice roll with me, considering you guys are
I don't
also
know.
watching, and that was the purpose of the scry?
To be fair,
Alright,
Brenya is probably focused more on the vision of her brother breaking down,
Yeah, that's
that
fair.
she's
I got a
kind
plus
of...
2 to notice.
I have a 3.
It's cocked. That's a 7.
Okay. 7. You listen as close as you can. You hear the ship crashing through waves in the sea. It's not the sound you notice, it's the absence of one. There's far less dull thuds of chunks of ice against the hull, as you would expect if they were heading up further in the Shatter Shore.
The warm.
Headed south. It's not Frostwind.
They're gonna need to repair the boat.
Unless we still wanted the drop on Terrence. But then we'd be behind in finding them.
Rennie just wipes kind of her face and looks away from the
So they
scry
are
whenever
also,
the scry goes away.
not to influence your decision, but they are also on a boat that moves significantly faster.
Yeah.
Just go back to Trust. Deal with the problem that we know about. He's too far gone. We're moving too fast. If they stop to fix the boat, better catch them.
We'll find them right now.
She just like kind of like she's sitting down. She just like slams her fist against the ground and gets up and like goes off into a corner just to be by herself.
Brynja. Before the scrying ends, as you're looking at your brother, you and only you see this. A silhouette standing in the shadow next to Bren. You hear a voice in your head. Beautiful, isn't he? And then it fades.
Leave him alone.
You
Leave
don't
him
feel the
alone.
presence again, and you don't see the outline.
Brynja gets up. I think she said that in her head. She just immediately she gets up and she walks to the away from everyone outside, like facing like the mouth of the cave. Just stands there, stays there, finds an edge and sits at it.
If anybody had been paying attention to Crag this entire time, he's also just like a shell. Like, he's beating himself up like so hard because he let Reese die. And he's just been like staring like at the ground or just like
Eyes
whatever.
glazed over, like
Yeah, so
Oh.
he's also going to go in the third direction the other two.
Yeah.
To be
Made
by
a
himself.
triangle of depression.
But yeah, on his way out, he'll just kind of like look at Reese, just kind of give him a smile and pat him on the back, and you just see his eyes like welled up. He's just gonna walk away.
Right. Well, if no one else is gonna eat, then I'll fucking eat all my own.
All right.
Are you gonna finish that?
Here you go.
So is it like really
go ahead.
weird assimilating with another person?
It was really fucking weird. Oh, shit. It was really
Do
fucking
your
weird.
taste buds change? Do you like different things?
It's more different habits. I still have the same cravings as I did in my first life, at least the ones I can fucking remember. You don't think a lot about food when you're in the middle of a war. But the thing I made for you all in the kitchen that night, that's something I learned. It's more learning how to use new muscles. You don't know how used to your body you get until you're shoved into a new one.
Well, yeah, I live here.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, imagine you go to sleep in your house and then you wake up in an entirely different continent. Right?
I've never done that.
You have to get used to the new house, the rooms, the different corners you'll stub your toe on. You know,
Huh.
and it takes a while.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
That hurts my brain. You hear Frigg say. She kind of just like grabs a piece of food. I'm gonna go too. She walks off.
I forgot they were here.
Yeah.
Reeve is just kind of.
There's a trauma dump that they just got
Yeah.
thrown into.
I was
Yeah.
Reeve has like been respectfully just kind of off in the corner, just listening, but keeping his distance. And Lacey is like, you can tell she's been listening, but she's like been examining like different mushrooms and fungus in the cave.
Trying to be polite about it.
Is there
Okay.
any way I can rule of cool a single more scry when I have a sec?
Sure, why not?
Do your
Okay.
There's one more thing I want to do. Reese is also gonna leave the cave, and it's fine if I don't get a rest because of this. I am gonna go bury Reese.
Okay. You give
Brynja's
Reese.
probably not gonna sleep that much. She's actually not gonna eat. She's just gonna drink some wine and probably be at the same spot at the cave when you come back.
Yeah, you'll probably get back midday on the next day.
Yeah,
You don't get much of a rest for it, but
that's fine.
you give Reese a proper burial. You say a few words. Originally, he'd just been kind of moved off to the side to some of the mass piles where some of the other bodies were. But you pull him from it and go find a respectful spot. Yeah. Crag, you hear the sound of footsteps and loud eating as Frigg makes her way over, and she kind of just sees you still like chewing on a squirrel. Mind if I sit? As she like already is sitting down.
As she sits down.
I adore her.
Sits down. Is the seat taken?
He's just gonna kind of like glance over at her, just give a nod, and just kind of down.
Kind of as she's chewing. That's a good fight, huh?
No, not really.
She kind of stops eating and puts it down, looks over to you like bits of squirrel still around her mouth. Why?
I feel like it was kind of, it's my job in this group to make sure everyone's alive. And I can't help but feel that Reese dying was my fault.
People die, Crag. It's just how the world works. One day we'll die. I'll die. You'll die. I mean, hell, Reese got a pretty good death. You'll certainly see the halls of Valhalla.
It just hurts a little bit more when you know there's something you can do about it.
Oh, sure. What else did you think you could have done? Sacrificed your time with helping Lacey and healing people? Please. She's good, but she's not that good. More people would have died.
I know.
Just people not you know, I guess.
This just isn't the first time this happened.
She kind of raises an eyebrow. Oh?
I know I don't really know you that well, and I haven't even told anyone this. Have I told you about how I'm the savior of that town?
I think you mentioned it when we were playing Tafelhead.
I have no idea why they call me the savior, and that's quite literal. I had an apprentice, and I picked him up off the street, and we spent so much time together. And he was a little shithead. He was almost like a son to me. And when I got news the village was being attacked, I told him to stay and went to go heal. And when I came back, the last thing I remember was the life training. And I blacked out. The next thing I know, I was being held up, being touted as the hero.
Well, I mean, if I told you to go jump off a Skypiercer Peak, would you do it?
Honestly, at this point,
My point being, every action is a choice. He chose to stay. Anyways, I was probably the worst person you could have told this to. I'm a bit of a blabbermouth. Did you know that Reeve is wanted for Sorry, shouldn't say that. Anyways, gotta go. We should play Tafelhep again sometime. And she kind of like stands up and pats you on the shoulder. Squirrel?
what?
Do you want a squirrel?
Just kind of like grab it and then put it on the ground.
Okay, good night. And she quickly walks away.
The terrible things I would do for this woman.
God, I'm upset that
We
Raina's
fucking
been like in turmoil every time we've met up with this group
No
because I feel like
kidding.
her and Frigg would be best friends right now.
Oh,
No
absolutely.
kidding!
I
No
feel like
fucking
Morgan's the
kidding.
only one here that is not in active turmoil. So I'm just like, it's Tuesday.
It's
hungry.
Tuesday.
I'm tired.
Yeah. Yeah.
And of course,
Yeah.
Reese the nosy bitch is off burying himself, so he can't even be like,
Yeah.
you talk what now?
Wait, what?
To hell with this.
He's
to hell
wanted
with the
for
side.
what now?
I'm just gonna hang out by the fire while everyone else just left and went to sulks.
Once everyone else kind of disperses, Reeve and Lacey come and join you by the fire.
Just the crew of this is fine.
The crew of this is all right.
I feel like we really should meet under better circumstances.
Yeah, it's a little doomy and gloomy, doesn't it?
They're not always like that. Usually they're just alcoholics. But like in the fun, social kind of. Hey, that came out wrong.
No, it's
As you hear the clatter of a
Problem
bottle
is-
at the mouth of the cave, you hear a clatter of the bottle, the empty wine bottle, as Brynja's like passed out, leaning against like the mouth of the cave.
The problem
Most of the
is,
time.
he's not wrong. That's the problem.
it's totally fine. We get it, Lacey. Yeah, I can't imagine it was easy watching someone close to them die. Even if, I guess, the person they became are. It's kind of confusing. Whoever they are now is still with them.
Oh, what do we call them? Are they expecting us to give them a name?
I don't know. I guess you'll have to ask them.
What is the etiquette around your friend coming back to life in another person's stolen body. I don't think my dad ever taught me about that.
Reeve kind of chuckles. You know, you'd probably be right in the playbook.
Huh.
They didn't cover this in which school?
I don't think Bones can help us here.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of stuff about, like, just inferring a lot of stuff about this group we're kind of chasing. Do you know anything about them? Or about this Vigo guy?
Full honesty, first time we met him. I mean, outside of when they stole our supplies, but...
Just wonder how big the whole operation is.
I guess
Seems like something bigger is happening.
I guess it depends on the money and power that's backing it. It's usually the case. I mean, hell, take all the Thieves Guilds, for example. There's some that are little startups run out of some shack down in Midgard, whereas others are continent-spanning guilds that are funded by some of the top nobles. I mean, it really just depends. Guess we don't know enough about them yet.
Well, where are you guys headed off to after this?
You know, we came up just to kind of see all of Shattershore. We were thinking about going to Frostwind, but it sounds like there's something going down there too, so... Unless you need us, we might just take our leave elsewhere.
I think we'd really like to have you there, but also, I think you should go there.
Alright. Well,
I think we kind of got ourselves involved. I don't know what it looks like.
well, we'll discuss it in the morning. How about that? I think Frigg would be a little sad if she missed a chance to go drinking in Frostwind. I think her goal is to drink everywhere across all of Nyrverold. Lacey kind of chimes in. I think she falls into that category you said earlier of a social alcoholic.
I had a friend who collected unique gold coins from around Nyrverold. So I guess if you do it like that, but with like bars, then it's similar, which could also be very interesting. Like a map.
Oh, yeah, kind of like how I'm cataloging different trees from the different regions.
I just saw the coolest birch tree. It had this weird sound.
Oh my gosh, let me show you this. She pulls out a notebook.
This is the rest of our night.
Yeah, they're so cute.
Good. Good.
If this campaign doesn't end with those two like buying a house somewhere, it's gonna be a failure.
Their wedding
I don't know
day.
what the Nyrverold economy is like, but
Alright. Anything else that you wish to accomplish tonight? That kind of peters out.
oh, just kill Vigo and Brenner.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Whatever his name.
Sure.
Yeah, that'd be great, but
Their bodies
probably
could just
realistic.
turn up on our doorstep.
But realistically, Raina probably just goes to.
Yeah.
Fair. Fair.
Oh, last thing, just before I'm going to bed, I take like a little brief walk outside, and I just look up at the sky, and I'm just like, things are calm down, breathe, and then I go to bed.
Alright. Alrighty. With that, the music slowly comes to an end as the magic in the space dissipates. The coldness leaves the room as the warmth takes over once again. The woman in black picks her head up. I used to have this childish optimism in my youth. The hope that everything would turn out exactly how I wanted it to. After spending so many years of my life proving that wrong, I've come to accept I was a fool. There is impossibility in perfection. When you spend so long envisioning the perfect outcome, how can it ever meet your expectations? Some may call me a pessimist for my views. But I must refute that I do not seek the worst in life or envision a grim future. I merely accept things as they are. I do not worry myself over outcomes not in line with what I wanted, or things happen or they do not. That is the way of it. Our lives truly are up to the whims of chaos and chance. And this was the last part of my retelling for now. Next you meet, the bard shall be back. Good night, and thank you for indulging me.